Beautiful people, welcome back again to another one. Let's talk about this university that is open in Europe. And to those of us who have been asking for opportunities, I bring to you an available opportunity. When I say available, I'm trying to say this school is open now and application is on. So if you want to apply, please, I will advise you to apply first because there is a policy in Europe many people don't know. First come, first serve basis is very important here. They consider, in fact, if you are fast, culture in Europe, you have to be fast. So I think applying early is going to help you. And then there is one thing I want to say. This university is in Belgium, and you already know how Belgium is. Belgium has many student jobs. Yeah, it may be difficult somehow to get a job after school, but this is a general something everywhere in Europe. But just make sure you study and then you can get something to do. So let's dive into the details about this university. There are things I want you to know before I will talk about the requirement. Before we talk about the requirements and those other things, let me tell you that at this university you are going to pay 3,000, at least 3,000 to like 7,000 euro. So it depends on the program. Every program has its own tuition fee. So I will advise you to log into the school website. The link will be in the video description box. Check if you have programs, and of course you do your application. One thing I would say again now is that most schools in Belgium do not accept WAEC, so put this into consideration. And not WAEC, by the way, NECO. Most schools don't accept NECO. I beg your pardon. And there is another one, NAPTEC. Most schools don't accept it in Belgium. Then if you have English proficiency, it speaks volume for you, but there is a possibility for you to get admission without English proficiency if you come from a country where English is the first language. And also understand that if a student from Japan or South Korea writes the IELTS and you don't take the exam, despite the fact that you're coming from an English-speaking country, it's going to play a very huge difference between the two of you. You already know who stand a better chance, right? So what I'm trying to say is taking the IELTS exam is an upper hand or like an advantage for you too. Now, the name of this school is called VUB. It's called VG Université Brussels. This school is in Brussels. I don't know if I pronounce it well. And it's also in the capital of Belgium. And this is a great section, or let me say a big time student hub. You can also mix academic with your part-time jobs and stuff like that. But again, we are not talking about that. The goal is to first of all apply and go in, right? And also get a visa. Remember, you would also do an interview at the Belgian embassy, and you have to be ready, guys. You have to be ready. For Netherlands, there is no interview, but it's a bit expensive. Belgium also has introduced what we call blocked account now. Some schools like Ghent University, they are already talking about this. It's even on their website. So if you get admissions to study again as an international student, there is no other option than blocked account. And how much is the money? It's there. So check it out. It's more than 10,000 euros anyways. So please, make sure you put all this into consideration. To apply to this school, they have bachelor's and master's programs. They have about 31 bachelor's programs and 71 MSc programs. So check to know which one you can afford. Then you drop in your application. Also understand that if you are applying to this university, you have to pay an application fee. Last year, it was 50 euros. This year, it's 90 euros. Now, have you seen the increase? That's why I keep saying that things are changing abroad. So if you really want to move, try and do it faster. Like apply quickly, all right? Because the more you waste time, things will change. Even this year, proof of funds to study in Germany is now different. Look at the Netherlands. They just increased tuition fee for my program, for my university, and for other schools in the Netherlands. So things keep getting harder to come in. But again, I will keep bringing the material because I want to see you here next year. Now, I have said this school is in Brussels. It doesn't mean that you must apply only for schools in Brussels. I'm still going to talk about other schools. You can equally apply to Ghent University. But remember that Ghent will only accept first class and second class upper. It's really rare to see somebody with a second class lower or third class to gain admissions to gain university. However, I'm not discouraging you. I'm just saying that if you apply to gain a school like that, which is very competitive, please try to drop applications to other institutions so as to increase your chances. The first goal of this channel is that do not put your eggs in one basket. That is what I always say. Now, moving further, let's talk about the requirements to apply to this VG University, VUB. I know so many people in this school, and you can equally go in, right, if you do the job. Now, for you to apply, if you are going for bachelor's programs in English language, you would need your high school documents, of course, which is your WAEC, your O levels and A levels, WASI. If you have HND, apply for another bachelor's. Don't force it and go for master's, except you are going for a bridging program into the master's program, right? There is Belgium offers two types of masters. One master's, the main master's, and the one that carries you inside. Well, how do they call it? Let me check here to see what they call it. Advanced masters. If you have HND, go for postgraduate certificate programs if they last for 1 year. Okay, if you are finding it difficult to go for postgraduate certificates, I will just advise you to go for another bachelor's program. If your goal is just to go in and actually study the program, but it all depends on you. This is just an advice I'm giving. But if you think that you can't, then complete and get a bachelor's degree in your country. Use the HND, just go for bachelor's, then later on you can apply for master's. But if you think your results are very good and you want to go for advanced masters, why not put in for advanced masters and everything will be good, right? So that is what you need to know. Then also some schools will ask you to write motivation letters. Like I said, IELTS is also a requirement. Then some schools might equally ask you to submit a copy of your CV, but that shouldn't be anything, right? Any problem. I think the main important points here, or the most important things here, are your academic credentials, your motivation letter, and your IELTS. Any other thing is secondary. Some will ask you for reference letters as well. Then for masters, you need all these documents in addition to your bachelor's degree certificate and transcript. Now, before you even apply to a program in Belgium, it's also very important for you to check if that program would accept at least 20 or more students, because I know some programs in Belgium that will not take more than 20 students. So you need to be prepared and don't apply to programs that their acceptance rates are very low. I know a lot of people. One thing before I forget, I know many people who apply to programs that are accepting just 20, and at the end of the day, they don't go in, despite the fact that they have great results. That's because competition is high. So go in for something that you think, or to a school, or increase your chances. Drop many applications. Of course, that is a lot of money, but it's worth it, because I paid application fee to more than 8 schools. That was because I wanted to go in. I wanted to come to Europe, and now I'm in the Netherlands. And the funniest part is that anyways, I will share that later. So please put all of this into consideration. Also understand that once you get admission, this university might even ask you to show them legalized documents. It all depends. And remember, the procedure to apply for schools in Belgium, you have to get your documents legalized, authenticate them at the various ministries, then take them to TLS contact to actually send them to the Belgian embassy. And you have to pay for this. It's not free, and the procedure is a bit daunting because finance is involved here. That's what I'm trying to say. So verify the website properly. For gains, you have to do it fully. I did a video about that before they can even give you admissions or look at their documents. You must legalize them. They must reach the Belgian embassy. So in this case, you are going to be paying money for authentication for the various ministries, education and foreign affairs. If you do not have the money to pay for all of this, it's going to be very complicated for you. So please take a look at your budget first. But one advantage with Belgium is that their schools are not that expensive like schools in the Netherlands, right? Yeah, because in the Netherlands, we are paying a lot of money. In fact, I paid a lot, but again, it's worth it. Okay, so take a look at the programs and you choose yours. One thing I will say again before I go is, please do not apply for a program that does not relate to your bachelor's degree if you want to study a master's. If you are coming in to study a master's degree program, Belgium is closer to the Netherlands. I just need 2 hours from Rotterdam and in Antwerp somewhere. So it's not far, Belgium and Germany. So if you want to study a master's degree, make sure if you did economics at bachelor's, apply for economics at master's. Belgium is very competitive. You need to know this. Then another thing I would like you to put into consideration is this. Let me read something on this school website so you can see. They said, it doesn't matter if you have come straight from school, are seeking an additional master's program, or simply wish to change direction. We offer something for everyone. With our personal approach and high and quality teaching methods, you would build a solid basics that would take you in any direction in your subject. Discover the full program offering. Now, I know many of you will rush here. First of all, let me explain. They are trying to say that if you want to take another master's, it's possible for you to apply. Point number 2, if you want to switch areas, it's possible for you to apply. But remember, while you are switching areas, the Belgian embassy is not interested in this thing. They are interested to know what you did for your bachelor's level. And if what you did for bachelor's is not the same as, almost the same as what you are applying for master's, my dear friend, you might just lose that visa. So you have to be strategic and careful with everything you do. Always apply for things. Of course, it's possible for you to switch careers, but not every school and every country or every embassy will accept that. So please note that Belgium will not like when you switch careers. I know 3 people who got rejected because what they were coming to study for masters was not related to what they did at bachelor's level. So that's why I'm explaining this to you, so you can put everything into consideration, and hopefully the link will be in the video description box below. If you need a call with me, please book an appointment. Then let's see how it goes. And I will call you, guide you genuinely, and tell you some of the things that you need to know. Talk about everything, because it is your chance to ask me one-on-one question. But otherwise, everything is on my YouTube channel, so always check my channel. If you don't find anything there, please book a call. Don't text. And if you are sending a message, please don't say hi, hello. Just say hello Milton, and you drop the full message. So in case I see, because I will not always come back late, in case I see it, I will just go straight and give you a response, and we move forward from there. There is no time, guys. All right, thank you so much. We meet again in another one. Bye.